Hi, I'm Patricia.
Hi, I'm Marel, and we are
Hopeful Writer Studios.
Studios. So today we are going to review the Wheel of Time series.
So, Marel, what do you think about this new series, The Wheel of Time?
So finally, season one's done. I love the series. I wish all the seasons will be uploaded already. And at first the plot looks kind of simple, the typical kind of fantasy drama with a bit of action and folklore involved. But then, as the series progresses, more and more secrets arise, enriching the main plot of the whole series. And I can't wait for it to be finished, as in all of the seasons. At first, I didn't know it came from a book, but even though I have the ebook copy, I prefer to watch it first before reading the original book series, because I was told the TV series is not that good compared to the original stories in the books. Nevertheless, I would still recommend it for binge watching this holiday season. So, how about you, Patricia? Some non-spoiler review for all our viewers.
Well, I agree with you about the part where you said I heard a lot of people saying that the series is not that good compared to the books. So I also opted not to read the books first. So I finished the whole season one first. And for me, as a non-book reader, I think I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. So that's all that I could say right now since this is our non-spoiler review. So yeah, so for our spoiler review, so if you haven't watched the series yet, um, we suggest that you stop watching this video and go binge watch it right now. We highly recommend it. So for this series, we're going to say a short overview of what the Wheel of Time is all about. So basically, it is a fantasy series. This story is about Moraine, who's an Aes Sedai who's finding the dragon reborn. And she went to this small village to find four suspected dragon reborns that she um, took with her on the quest the to defeat the Dark One. So that's it for a short overview of what the story is all about for this series. So, Marielle, what is your spoiler review for this series?
Trust me, there are a lot of things happening in the series, and you ought to watch it. So for me, at first I think, so what's going on? What's the goal? Who are they? What are they? Then after the first few episodes, I realized, oh, they're searching for the dragon, or the dragon reborns. Okay, so, and then there were plot twists introduced in every episode, making it even more interesting. I cannot say every episode is a cliffhanger, the frustrating kind of cliffhanger, but it's the kind which will entice you to watch out for the next episodes. Like, what will happen? Uh, what what will the characters do in the next episode? Who are the new ones? Who are the bad ones? Who are the good ones? That kind of questions, and it will leave you very excited about the upcoming episodes. So that's a good kind of cliffhanger, actually. And I don't know how many seasons will they make for the TV series, but I hope it wouldn't flop like other TV series I've seen, which felt a bit dragging after many seasons, and the story keeps on changing for every episode, every season. So for now, I can say I like the overall flow of the story, the mini cliffhangers after every episode, and I also think the final episode is a fitting finale for the season. At the very end of the final episode, we were shown snippets of the story we were not yet aware of. So again, another way for us to be excited for the season 2. So how about you, Patricia? What's your review with spoilers? Yes, you can spoil us already.
Well, I really enjoyed this series. At first, like you said, it was maybe a bit slow. Maybe it's because it's part of, building up the story. So it's kind of understandable that if the first few parts are kind of slow, but at the end of episode 1, we saw this, whole battle and all that, which really shocked me because the episode was going on calmly and I didn't expect that very, very exciting battle. And Maureen already showed her powers in that episode, and it really amazed me. So as the series progresses, we understand more of what they're doing, what their quest is all about, and why they're doing it. But for me, and I agree with what you said that every episode has its own cliffhanger, which is really good, and it gets you really hooked to the show. And every episode, you'd wish that next week would come already so that you could already watch the next episode. For the ending, which recently came out, episode 8, I think it would be better if they um they divided it into 2 episodes. I think that would be the last episode would have been better if they distributed it to, a longer episode, because I heard some people they say that it's a bit rushed. I kind of agree with I kind of agree. Only kind of agree with that part. That but I because I want to find out more, or at least have this, more exciting build up to the the fight. The troll was it the Trolloc army
Follow,
uh
follow.
going in the last what's that place called, the bottleneck frontier. So, and then I also didn't like the fact that the the commander of that place died died on the first part of the battle. Like, it's like
He
he
died
could
on the
have
spot.
shown yeah, he could have shown more of, his leadership skills and his command as a leader, but he was killed um
Uh,
unceremoniously, like in an instant. It was really sad. But for the last episode, I liked the part where on Nynaeve and Egwene were channeling to the point that they were all almost burnt. I don't know if what's the name of the girl who was channeling? I can't remember. I'm not sure if she was uh she succumbed to the dark side or something, that she enjoyed the power too much. I'm not so sure what happened there, but she couldn't stop channeling, right? And
yes,
then to the point that even her
right.
was burned, right? So, but I also didn't understand in the last episode why Nynaeve, no, why Egwene suddenly revived Nynaeve. Like, I thought it was like a healing power only, not, reviving people. So I think we can find out more about that in the next season. So I hope the next season would give us the answers to whatever season 1 left us with. So yes. So for your favorite character and your favorite scene, what's your favorite scene and who's your favorite character for this series, Marel?
So I'll go for the favorite scene first. My favorite scene was what you've mentioned, the final episode. Actually, it's my favorite. it seems kind of rushed, but I think it's part of the uh production, that they want to show, boom, this is the ending. We will feed you with this episode, and that's it for season one. See you for season two. Like, it's kind of like that, but I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. So I am also left with a lot of questions, but still, my favorite scene would be the last part. It's very different from the first few episodes, so I really enjoyed it. The different sides of the characters were shown, and so several questions were answered. So let's go to my favorite characters. I think I have a lot to say about each character, but I'd like to make it brief. I'd like to start with my favorite ones. What really made me hooked with this series were the Eyes to Die. I love movies or stories wherein women or men have these awesome powers. I like it when protagonists were not so helpless or looks like damsels in distress. So, but in this case, it's quite difficult to identify which is which. I mean, the bad guys or the good guys, who are the really good ones, who are the really bad ones, because they're all leaning to something dark, something good. So it's really amazing how it worked for the entire episode, for the entire series. So for the meantime, let's get back to the Ice Dice. I can say I am a bit biased because Rosamund Pike, who plays the role of Moraine Sedai, is one of my favorite actresses out there ever since I first saw her in a Bond film, in a 007 film. So, but in the series, I love Moraine's mysterious, magical character and how you cannot identify her, true motive, or how she can affect the overall story's plot, but she's definitely considered to be a very important character in the series. Season one, yeah, let's introduce Moraine Sedai, the Aes Sedai. So, as a fan of hers, I'm not entirely happy about the season one's finale, and I'm looking forward to what will happen to Moraine on the next season. But of course, I enjoyed the finale, yes. But at the end, something happened to Moraine, so I'm not that happy about it. So I also like to mention the characters. Nynaeve, who's called the Wisdom, but she's not acting like one. I mean, contrary to contrary to her name, she lets her feelings cloud her judgment like
Agree.
all the time. So there's this line wherein you're supposed to be called wisdom. Moraine said you're supposed to be called wisdom. So start acting like one. Right? That's hilarious. That's savage.
Facts.
So another character worth mentioning would be Padan Fane. So this Padan Fane were the seller who goes into the village of Two Rivers to sell lanterns and other stuff. At first, I thought he's just a regular seller. Okay, okay. And then I saw him when the Trollocs attacked, and he was kind of grinning, smiling, on the dark. So what's with this character? And then I see him again in the finale, and oh, okay, so he's a dark friend. Okay. so some of his motives were exposed in the finale, but not all of it. We still don't know what his true powers were, what his true goal is, how powerful he is, because as far as I've seen, I've watched, he's kind of powerful and sinister. So let's watch out for that character. So I'm also excited to know that particular um scenes or answers to that questions in the second season. So that's all for now. And how about you, Patricia? Who's your favorite character or characters? And of course, your favorite scenes in the season one?
For my favorite scene, I think one of my favorite scenes would have to be the part when they were trying to gentle the fake dragon
Ooh.
in the cave. Who was there? Leandrin, Maureen, and Karen were there. All three of them were trying to gentle him, but suddenly Stefan arrived and he smashed the whole barrier thing with his axe, and then the dark one, um the dark power, the dark magic channeled through the axe, and it exploded, and everybody, the shrapnels of the axe hit everybody. I really thought people everybody would die there. But then we saw Nynaeve unleash her very powerful
Emotion.
channeling. I was shocked in that part. I was like, what the hell? I had to rewind that part so many times because I was so amazed. So eventually everybody was healed except for Krene, who actually, died um in that cave. That was sad. That was kind of sad. But that cave scene was one of my favorite scenes. I also liked the scene wherein Moraine was in the tower with uh the Aes Sedai, and she was talking to the Amerlin seat about being leaving and doing her mission, and that all along they were, in connivance with each other. So I also like that part. And then for my favorite characters, um of course Maureen is one of my favorite characters because I also love Rosamund Pike. I watched her, from Gone Girl to I Care a Lot and her other movies. So I really like her as an actress. I think that's also one of the reasons why I was actually, enticed and interested to watch the series, because I saw a familiar face, of course. And then since I'm not a book reader, I had no background. So I think, the actress was also part of, bringing in some audience who are not, non-book readers like. But eventually, as I watched it, I really enjoyed the whole series because, it was really interesting. And as I've said, one of my favorite characters is Moraine and the whole Aes Sedai, how interesting they are, because they're strong women. And of I also like how Leandrin is so easy to hate, and at the same time there's a part of you like, oh my god, go girl. Because she's so strong, her personality is super strong, and that to the point that she's so stubborn, and whatever she likes she does it. I think I like all of the Aes Sedai. I like Alana, the Amerlin seat, Siwan, Sanjay. She's really amazing. And whenever she wears her Amerlin seat uh gown or robe, she looks so majestic in that. So that's amazing. And then um another favorite character maybe Lan, because he's so mysterious and he's a warder, so he's really loyal to Moraine, but he has this mysterious side, and then eventually he softens up to Nynaeve, and we see another side of him, which is his emotional side. So I like his character as well. And then I think that's all for my favorite character and my favorite scenes. So what about the technical aspects of the series? What do you think about, the special effects of this series, or the other the cinematography, the colors of the series. What do you think, Marel?
So I like the special effects. I like the costume, the color, the one power, the like everything. I like everything. I like how they created this fantasy world who which looks like um something something common, but at the same time something mysterious. So I like all of that. I specifically like the whispering on the fake powerful dragon. I mean, the sound quality is so good. It's like you're hearing from one ear to another ear. So it's like there's the good and the bad, and that's nice for me. I like that part. So it also gives off the fantasy kingdom drama vibe I've been looking for in a Western TV series. So I also love the opening scene. I never skip that. We were shown bits of pieces which we thought we already knew, but then a bigger picture will be revealed, and it's just amazing. So I think that's how the creators and writers of the series wants us to view the overall plot of the story. So we will be given piece by piece of the puzzle and some plot twists from time to time, gradually revealing something big, kind of like a revelation in the end. Like, boom, here's the ending. Here's something big you don't expect. So that's all for the technical aspects, because I'm not really that type of the techie one. So how about you, Patricia? What can you say about the cinematography of this series, the colors and effects and all of that, and what your favorite part, your favorite effect they used?
Oh, well, just like you, I'm also not an expert, cinematographer or, not an expert in the technicalities of the film, but I really like the effects. How whenever they channel, I like how they show, the flowing of the white um the white power, and how and I and the Trollocs, they look really scary. So,
They look
right,
gross.
they look really scary, right? So
They look
whenever you
gross.
see them, the um the makeup and the prosthetics they used were really good. And then um you can see also in the set during the night scenes, even though it's supposed to be dark, it's not that dark, the point that you cannot see what's happening. So I like that part, since it's dark but it's, not too dark, because there are some films that when it's actually nighttime, you can't see anything anymore on what's going on. So yeah. And just like what you said, I also like that the sound when Logain was uh there were the dark power is whispering in both of his ears, right? There's this special effects also of like um a person, like a face of a person whispering in his ear. And then what else? The the set design, I like that too, and their costumes. I really look forward to what they'll wear, like how Maureen changes her outfit whenever she's in the White Tower, or whenever she's traveling. I noticed that she's more refreshed and um well rested when she went to the tower with her Aes Sedai sisters. And then you can also see how, her aura changes and her overall costume and look changes whenever she's outside and traveling, which is, of course, realistic, since um when you travel for, days, you will eventually, look kind of worn out, but still Marine's beautiful. Even if she's traveled for long distances. So I think that's one of the powers of the Aes Sedai. I think that they don't age, or that their aging is, slowed. So yes, I think overall that's how I see the special effects and technical. Oh, I almost forgot. Like what you said, I also enjoy watching the opening credits. I love how the mosaic of, the Aes Sedai, they show the mosaic of the sisters, the different Aes Sedai, the yellow, the brown, the white, the blue, green, and red. Or did I forget to mention? The gray, I think. Aes Sedai. So you can see a glimpse of all of the Aes Sedai sisters in the opening scene. So I also like that. So that's how that's our review for technicalities of the series. As for our overall review for the series, Marel, what would you rate the season 1 of Wheel of Time?
So I guess I've already said my piece about the series. I love it. Maureen looks so elegant every time, even though she's tired. I agree with you. She still looks beautiful. So, not all.
True.
So I just want to say to all our viewers out there that you should watch it. I highly recommend it. We highly recommend it. So when it comes to the rating, I'll give it a resounding 10 or 100 because it's really good and I enjoyed watching it. No matter how other people say that it's laggy, it's not good. For me, it's good. So how about you, Patricia? What's your rating?
For me, like what you said, I'm really biased for this show because I wasn't expecting that this is what I'm going to watch. That I would enjoy it. Because I watched a trailer and I thought, it was so. Yeah. But when I watched it, I didn't expect that I would enjoy it this much. And as a non-book reader, I really loved it. I like how it's going. So for my overall rating, I'd give this a 98 over 100. The 2 points that are left would have to be would be a shout to the creators to make a season. I want a season 2 to know more about it, so I give it a 90 first. So what's our overall rating, Marel?
So I think our overall rating would be like 99 because you gave 98 and I gave 100. Take last. Is my math correct? So
Yes. So this series has a 99%, 99 points over 100 from both of us. So we highly recommend the show.
so
And we
yes.
hope, yes.
Okay. Hopefully you also watch it, especially this holiday season if you are on break and you're browsing for shows. Oh, also we almost forgot it's not available on Netflix. It's an Amazon Prime series exclusive, so I hope you could watch it still.
Yes. It's a really good show. So the whole season out season 1 is out now. It has 8 episodes, so go watch it now. We highly recommend it.
So that's all. Let's wrap this up, Patricia. So once again, and we like to greet you all with a happy
Happy hopeful New Year!